2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Gets this to Bateman.
Where are you going, man?
Gain here, but short of the first.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Throw caught by his running back.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Going left side, Madison with it. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew. Completed to his running back. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Minshew now on 3rd down. Firing one deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. But a flag came down, and if it's defensive, they could get another look at 3. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He gets this one to Myers. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. We go with Madison here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at 4th down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
1st down, here's Lamar.
I do.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake.
What if he just wow.
This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This play goes for 36. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. A give right side to Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got
Get
him
his
behind the
ass in the
line for a
backfield.
big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle
Yeah,
mic'd up,
booty in
Kate,
the
because I
backfield.
can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Escapes the pocket.
Let him run.
He's keeping it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Offense up to the line fast. Now Jackson on third down. On the move, headed right.
That's
He just
a
throws
hit
this
all
one away.
fucking landing in the.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Fourth down, here's Jackson.
Over fucking
Finds
number
Aguilar.
2, bro.
How about 19 yards on fourth down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
He breaks the tackle. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Going to the outside.
Henry.
Mm-mm.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Hey, on these. This nigga suck, bro. Ain't gonna see no deep, mid, gonna see nothing but underneath.
Finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish.
Right, throw a screen to the
That one
halfback.
right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
I ain't gonna let me run the way I want.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Really good shot.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10, Minshew. He's going deep this time. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ooh, good
Someone
throw.
stepped in. It's intercepted.
We want to
And
quit.
the Ravens will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Robert Spillane has it. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Throwing on first is Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Why is he pitching me like this? I'll be working somewhere.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Takes the handoff. Now Minshew.
Oh, I didn't have time for it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Minshew. And there he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game.
Damn.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Henry.
Out there.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Lamar throwing again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And a man is there to knock that away.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Andrews with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
This fine's likely. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jackson yet again. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Triple covering.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
On 2nd and 10 now. Minshew gets everything he has under this throw. Big game downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The triple covering my fucking...
Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Ultimate man
for that drop block, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a
got
great
ultimate
effort
man
defensively.
defense.
Time
Every
that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction
every outside
get in the red zone defensively. You'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass.
Oh, no, this nigga caught one fucking ball.
What's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So, shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he'll go down here at the 16. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
See if he can go on
Desperation time here on
route him
fourth.
up. Route him up. Route him up, nigga.
Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders now within one score in the fourth. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes.
Come on, Broward. If you all you.
Both of them, and that play happens so fast.
Hope the defense catches up.
On both sides. Well, there's a reason he's playing defense, because he couldn't quite corral that one. But in the end, it doesn't matter. He still does the job and denies 2 points.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down throw for Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Complete into Flowers.
Who the fuck is fucking going?
Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Jackson throwing for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Route him up.
Minshew setting up to throw.
Route him up.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 26 on 2nd down.
Made
the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Wow.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third and short. Here's Minshew. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Route him up.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Scoliosis.
Minshew working from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up.
This slow.
You can find pickup.
No way he this
slow. He goes down, the pressure hits home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. An early jump in the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that. That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle. In this case, run him right out of bounds.
One.
Hey, middle.
He'll look to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So 2nd down coming up. Setting up to pass. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got it inside the 10. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens lead by 15 now. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Abdullah now to return.
Abdullah, Mace.
Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Minshew.
That's passing interference, bro.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Minshew. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips right inside.
Ain't
so good work
shit.
to help reset those chains.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments in today's ballgame.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie. To quiet the crowd.